What truly defines success? Is it talent, or is it hard work? We all grow up hearing these incredible stories about geniuses, right? People who seem like they were just born to excel. The athlete who sprints like they have lightning in their feet. The artist who paints masterpieces as if their hand was guided by the gods. But what if I told you that talent is only the seed, and hard work, that's the soil, the water, and the sun that makes it grow? Today, I want to share a story with you, an old folk tale that might just change the way you see effort forever. Long, long ago, in a small, sun-drenched village in India, there lived two young sculptors named Aaron and Dev. Aaron was what you'd call a prodigy. He was gifted from birth. His hands seemed to dance with the stone. Every single stroke was perfect. Every shape came alive under his touch. The villagers were in awe. They even called him the Golden Hand. Dev, on the other hand, well, he had no such gift. His early sculptures were rough, they were clumsy, and more often than not they were laughed at by others. But Dev had something different, something powerful. He had a stubborn heart. Every single morning, before the sun even thought about rising, Dev would be there, sitting beside the great temple, carving. He carved until his fingers bled. When his hands ached so much he couldn't hold the chisel, he found other ways. When the monsoon rains poured down, he'd find shelter under a banyan tree and just keep carving. Meanwhile, Aaron created effortlessly. He basked in the constant praise from everyone around him. But with each compliment, with every easy victory, his inner fire dimmed just a little. He started relying on his reputation, not his resolve. Years went by, as they always do. One day, the king of the land announced a grand, kingdom-wide challenge: to carve a statue so magnificent it would be worthy of the gods themselves. The winner's work would stand in the royal palace for all time. Aaron laughed when he heard the news. "This is my destiny," he declared to anyone who would listen. He was confident, maybe a little too confident. Dev, however, didn't say a word. He just whispered to himself, "This is my chance." Arun, true to his talent, finished his statue in just a few days. And it was stunning, absolutely breathtaking. But if you looked closely, you could see it was incomplete. There was a touch of pride in every curve, a hint of arrogance in the stone's posture. He had sculpted a perfect form, but forgotten the soul. Dev, on the other hand, worked for weeks, day and night. He broke 3 massive blocks of stone. He had to start over from scratch 5 different times. But he never, ever stopped. He poured every ounce of his being into that piece of marble. Finally, the day of judgment arrived. The entire kingdom gathered in the palace courtyard. Both sculptors presented their work. Aaron's statue was unveiled first, and the crowd gasped. It was technically perfect, a marvel of craftsmanship. But as the king inspected it, he noticed something Aaron had missed in his haste: a tiny, almost invisible crack that ran deep inside the stone. A flaw born from overconfidence. Then, it was Dev's turn. His sculpture wasn't flawless in the same way. It wasn't about perfect lines or symmetrical features. But as the morning sun hit the statue, something magical happened. It began to glow, as if the stone itself had come alive, radiating warmth and humility. It had a story etched into its very core. The king stood silent for a long moment, then pointed to Dev's work. He had chosen the winner. Aaron was furious. He protested, "But mine is more beautiful. It's technically perfect." The king simply smiled and replied, "Beauty can fade, my boy, but devotion endures." So what can we really learn from the story of Aaron and Dev? Talent is a wonderful thing. It gives you a head start, a running jump. But hard work? Hard work is what keeps you in the race. It's what carries you across the finish line, especially when the race is long. The world loves to celebrate prodigies. We're fascinated by them. But deep down, we respect those who refuse to give up. We admire the gritty, the determined, the ones who claw their way to the top. Hard work does something talent can't. It humbles you. It forces you to confront your weaknesses. It teaches you patience, discipline, and perhaps most importantly, the incredible value of failure. Failure isn't the end. It's the raw material for growth. Talent can make you confident, sure. But hard work? Hard work makes you unstoppable. Every single time you choose consistency over comfort, you are sharpening your own chisel, just like Dev. Every late night you spend honing your craft, every rejection you face and still get back up from, that's your own sculpture slowly taking form. That's your masterpiece being carved. Because real, lasting success isn't about being gifted. It's about being gritty. There's that famous saying, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And that's true. But I'd like to take it a step further. Hard work actually creates talent. It forges ability where there was none before. It turns effort into expertise. So I want you to ask yourself today, are you sitting around waiting for talent to show up? Or are you willing to pick up your tools and start carving your own destiny? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever felt untalented at something, but through sheer effort and persistence, you became great at it? Share your story, because it could inspire someone else. Remember, every great sculptor starts with a rough block of stone, and every masterpiece in art and in life begins with the simple, powerful courage to begin. If this story resonated with you, and if you believe in the power of effort, do me a favor and type "I choose hard work" in the comments below. Let's build a community of carvers. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing for more stories that feed the soul. We'll see you in the next one.